I guess for both of you, this was a 2-point game at halftime. You kind of pulled away there in the second half. Leah, you had a big second half. Just talk about what made you a better team in the second half.
So yeah, like we just had to make sure that we all were present on the floor and that we had each other's back whenever we were trying to make the passes hard in the lanes. That we had each other's backside help. So
Speaking to your guys' defense, can you kind of talk about trying to contain Maddie Shear and Asia Petty today?
Yeah, that was hard. She moves well off the ball, and so we're chasing her, and then she gets her feet set well. But just being able to pressure her, make her uncomfortable with what we were trying to do.
yeah, she when I guarded her a little bit, she does move well without the ball, and whenever she gets the ball, she has good poise and moves well with the ball. I should say she's a great player, and along with Asia Petty, she's a great player as well. Very poised, doesn't let anyone rush her in the paint, and she gets her points because she knows the pace that she needs to go. She doesn't let anyone else rush her. Like I said, sorry.
Olivia obviously hit her 1,001st point tonight. What has she meant to you guys so far in this team with being that leadership or having that leadership?
Um, I think Olivia is a great player, but I think most importantly, she's a great woman off the court. She's like a big sister to all of us. She's had the most experience here, more than all of us, and we really do look up to her no matter what, and we have her back just like she has our back. Off the court, just in the dorms, whatever, chilling with each other. Like she's a fun person to be around, and I think that definitely helps when your captains are very present in the team chemistry as well, and not just captains, they're also your teammates and your sister.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a great person to have on our team, and we love her.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, she pretty much hit it on the head, but she's been here, like she said, for the 4 years, and so
She's
she's
the roommate.
really.
I don't know why she ain't saying nothing.
That's
You
my
even
girl.
her the
No, no,
most.
we were in here last time, but now Aleve is my girl, yeah. But her leadership on and off the court has really been helping us, especially like since we are transfers and all that good stuff. So she's really been helping us gel and all that stuff because of her experience, and so it's been really great having her and being able to look up to her.
Yes.
This one's for both of you guys. Coach Walls talked earlier in the week about emphasizing how much this rivalry means. Now you've won 7 in a row in this rivalry. Just what does that mean to you guys as players to continue that?
This is my second year in this whole rivalry game. But last year, as a freshman, I was definitely like, okay, like, didn't really know what it meant. But after the game last year, I really did understand what it meant to this community. And so today, even in shoot around practice, I made sure to emphasize because me and O and Riss have played in this game before, so we had to emphasize a lot to our transfers and our new players that this is an important game, and it doesn't matter what record we have, each team has. It's like a top 10 matchup to this whole entire community, and so we have to put an emphasis on scout. Whatever we do, we have to put an emphasis on it because this not only is a big game to us, but it's a big game to our community, and it means a lot to our community how we stamp on this game and show all the fan bases and everything that this is a game that we don't play around with, and we played our hearts out, and we want you guys to come back to another game because we're not just going to play hard in this game. We're going to play hard in every single game that's coming up before us. So,
For sure. I say that just coming into the atmosphere, I personally have never played in front of all those people, so I see how big this game is. And like Nyla said, we take the game very seriously, and so just knowing like the battle and stuff like that is going to be, it was just a great atmosphere to be in.
You were able to out rebound them by 22. Did you see that happening in practice or anything that you talked about that? I mean, how did you out rebound them by so many?
I would say just being aggressive, going to the boards, trying to get loose balls and things like that. Just being aggressive. I would just say, yeah.
yeah, the second what she said, just being aggressive. I definitely think second half we definitely didn't quit, and And once you get that kind of like adrenaline going and like the atmosphere and the fans are coming in with us and everything, like it's very hard to stop the energy that we have. It's only better to just build onto it. So every rebound was easy for us to just go get the ball. It was just natural for us at that point. So.
Eylia, I noticed you kind of got into the emotion. You had a few big plays in the second half and really kind of got you up emotionally and everybody else. But when you add that crowd, how much does that magnify those plays?
It just lets me be me. I like to have a lot of energy, yelling, screaming. You'll hear me, but it just I feed off of that. I think my teammates feed off of it, and it just makes the atmosphere even that much better.
How effective was their, particularly in the first half, their zone? It seemed to spread you out. They were very physical in their zone, and they made you shoot outside shots. And not until the second half that you were all able to open it up and go inside a little bit.
Yeah, I think their zone definitely was a very well zone, but I think also they know that our post game is very strong. So one game, all the plays that we ran are very much ran through the post. So having to dump it down was a bit of a challenge, but I think also the advantage that we had was a small guard would be on the backside, so a small guard would be on me. So I think the zone was good, but also like if we just took our time and looked at the defense, we had a lot of open spots, and I think whenever it went into the post and we ran one game, that skip pass across the court was definitely open tons of times. So.
Yeah, I would just say like moving out the ball, and when we did get the ball in, the guards needed to cut, and that's what we started to do more like in the second half, and that's what opened it up. More shots on the outside, which even opened up the post more because the movement we were getting. So it just was giving like Nyla, everyone opportunities to work on the inside, and then when they did collapse, they could kick out to the outside guards.
Well, I know it's still pretty early in the year, but where do you feel like you were better as a sophomore compared to where you were as a freshman?
I think I'm definitely better defensively this year. I think my offensive game is going to come with time. Just not letting my biggest thing now is just relaxation and not letting the game rush me whenever I catch the ball. Y'all don't really see that a lot, but I'm very good at catching the ball and putting it in the basket.
Yes, she is.
But I think definitely right now for me is letting my defense indicate my offense. So being able to be present on defense will let me know how my offensive game is going to go. And as you guys can see tonight, my defense was very much present, and I had a lot of energy, so it helped me on the offensive end. But no, definitely offensively, just I'm still getting that 15-footer. I have it. I just need to be able to just let it go sometimes, and just be patient. That's my biggest thing this year for me. So, yes. Thank you, guys.
You.